Hello and welcome back to another Kerbal Space Program tutorial, and in this tutorial we are going to talk about how to get into orbit a little bit more fuel efficient. Now I'm just going to talk about the basics and you guys can try it out. It takes some practice to get there, to find the most fuel efficient ascent trajectory. But the main part is trying to save fuel by saving fuel by not flying too fast in the beginning where the drag is high, and you don't want to put too much velocity in, or velocity up. You don't want to put too much energy in your upwards velocity. That was what I meant. So to make sure we don't put too much energy in just going up, we are going to turn around 6,000 or 7,000 meters, and we're going to try to put a lot of velocity into our sideways velocity. No, energy into our sideways velocity instead. So let's ditch those solid boosters and full throttle. So what I mean is that all the energy you put in your upwards velocity will be lost eventually, because an orbit is downwards velocity towards the ground or the body you're orbiting, and a sideways velocity. So the reason why you never hit the ground is that your sideways velocity is so great that you will never fall down to the ground. You usually fall and fly sideways at the same or around the same speed, so you never get closer or farther away if you have a perfect orbit. But we are now just following the prograde marker, making sure our spacecraft is going through the atmosphere at the best possible angle, and it will take some attempts to get this just correct. You don't want to turn too early and you don't want to turn too late, because turning too late then you're not fuel efficient, but turning too early you go through a lot of atmosphere and that will be inefficient too. So now we're starting to get out of the atmosphere, and we're just going to point to the middle of our prograde and just lift our airflaps higher up. So you can see what I mean by having a greater sideways velocity, because we are almost in an orbit already, compared to what we were in the early tutorial, my first tutorial. We almost went straight up and down and then we flew around, but this time we can just warp up to our airflaps and we have plenty of fuel to do our course corrections at that time. So we're still under 69, so there we can time warp to our airflaps, and this will be a pretty short burn. So if you get it absolutely perfect, you can almost get a perfect orbit at once. Now I haven't practiced with this vessel, so I haven't found the perfect starting position and turning and all the small bugs and details, but I think this is a pretty good first attempt of getting it a fuel efficient orbit. So it's about circular, and we still have these two fuel tanks and this whole tank left for us to use, so we can get pretty far by this thing that was just originally made to go into the atmosphere. Or no, I mean just getting into orbit, sorry. So I hope you enjoyed this short tutorial. If there's any questions, just post them in the comment below. If you like the movie, and please subscribe if you want to see some more. Wearing Storm signing off.